You just don't understand how important breathing is until you can't breathe.
After nearly 7 months in the hospital with COVID-19, a Glendale woman just left the hospital this week.
At one point, she was put on a machine that helped her breathe, that experts actually consider a last resort, and her doctors thought at one point she would need a lung transplant. Elliot Polikoff is joining us from the newsroom with her journey. Hey, Elliot.
Hey, Whitney and Kim. Claudia Patterson's road to recovery, it included 2 months in a coma and 135 days on an ECMO machine that's designed to offer lung and heart support. Now, the 55-year-old grandmother is home. Not back to 100% just yet, but grateful for the chance to keep fighting.
I have a little ways to go, but nothing where I started from.
Claudia Patterson doesn't remember much right after she tested positive for COVID-19 back in July, but her husband Raymond sure does.
A point in time where I would talk to her and I would notice she would get a tear, run down her face, like she could hear what I was saying but could not respond.
After 2 months in a coma, the ECMO machine brought its own set of challenges for Claudia. University of Arizona doctor Shadmar Vasti says ECMO is often a last resort when it comes to lung damage.
When someone is really sick with a COVID case and COVID goes in and attacks the lungs, it gets so bad that your body is not able to deliver oxygen right through your lungs to your blood. And so that's where ECMO comes in.
Claudia's lungs were only functioning at 15%, and some doctors thought she'd need a lung transplant to survive. All the while, month after month, she stayed attached to that ECMO machine.
Not only you're on a machine and a ventilator and all of that, but you had to stay kind of still because any false move could have exploded the blood.
But eventually, doctors decided that through plenty of physical and occupational therapy, Claudia had a chance to get better. After relearning how to walk, how to talk, on Thursday, Claudia was finally able to leave St. Joe's Dignity Health Hospital in Phoenix and go home for the first time in nearly 7 months.
I was able to take a sigh of relief. It was just like, okay, we kind of made it through the hard part.
I feel okay, but my breathing, I still got a long way to go with my breathing. I'm grateful, just if that's the only thing that's wrong right now, I'm grateful for that.
Claudia says that once she's feeling close to 100%, the first thing she wants to do is see her grandkids. She's also an avid double Dutch jumper, so she's looking forward to that as well. I do want to mention that Claudia was not vaccinated, and she's hoping her experience will inspire others to get the vaccine. Live in the newsroom, Elliot Polikoff, Arizona's Family.
Elliot, thank you so much for sharing her story. We certainly will be thinking about her and her family.